Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubianette. Welcome back. And to all of my new viewers, welcome. Today I wanted to share a few TikTok videos on dating scammers. To be honest, romance scammers have been around for decades, as you know. I'm not surprised because scamming is at an all-time high. What shocks me are the methods these scammers are using to get money and items to live lavishly. According to medical experts, most scammers are sociopaths, which is a mental health condition. The definition of a sociopath is a person who consistently shows no regard for right or wrong. Additionally, the sociopath ignores the rights and feelings of others too. Therefore, when sociopaths crave attention, need romance and money, a whole slew of people looking for real romantic connections get played. It's trifling, but it's common, especially in the modern world of dating.
Date that I ever went on when I was officially single, totally got played, totally got taken advantage of, scammed, totally fell for it, and but I learned my lesson. So I was chatting with this girl, and we agreed to meet. About 2 hours before we were gonna meet, she messages me and she's like, hey, my babysitter canceled and my kid's not feeling well, so I still want to meet with you. Do you want to come over to my place and we could just chat on the porch and have drinks? And I was like, sure, no problem. So about a little over an hour before we were supposed to meet, she messaged me again and said, hey, I don't have any, I just realized I don't have any drinks here. Do you want to pick something up on the way? And I'm like, no problem. Store-bought drinks for a date, saving money, great. Sounds good. And then about half an hour later, when I'm at the store, she messages me again and says, hey, do you mind picking up a few other things while you're at the store? And I was like, yeah, okay, I could do that. And she wanted medicine, she wanted Tide Pods, and she wanted Jello, but the name brand Jello, not the store brand Jello, and a few other things. It worked out to be like $72. And then I basically was like a DoorDash delivery guy and just came over, handed it to her. We did not chat more than 5 minutes, and I'm being generous. Like very, very short chat. And she's like, well, I gotta go get in and take care of my kid. And there was no, what's your Venmo? No, how much do I owe you? No, I got you next time. None of that. And I just walked away and I was like, just blown away. Like almost impressed. Like, does she do this all the time? Like, do you guys fall for this? Is this how she gets her groceries? Yeah, so learn my lesson.
Here's a TikTok video of a nice guy or good dude who shares his dating experience. As Mr. Nice Guy shared his experience, I believe the woman who said her babysitter canceled and her child got sick. And when his date asked if they could meet on her steps of her home for a drink, I still believed it. I said to myself, interesting that she was out of all the drinks in her home. I mean, on a first date, a first so-called date, wine or alcohol isn't mandatory. Why not offer iced tea or a juice beverage? Not a big deal. She asked this guy to pick up a drink and medicine for her child. And when he revealed that she requested a few more items at the shop, my antennas went up. He's so sweet, he brought them over to her house. If I was in that position, I would have made any excuse or simply just brought over the drink and medicine. There's no way I would buy groceries for a first date. She could do that the next day on her own using her apps. Unfortunately, he fell for the scam. That's a real calculating woman using her own child to scam someone for groceries. She missed out on a real gentleman, not even getting to know him after he came over. Not even over 5 minutes. What's baffling is the scammer provided her address and let a stranger know she's single with a child. Not smart at all. Suppose he was the type of man to do harm. She wouldn't even be here. Now here's another scenario of a woman communicating with a potential date on TikTok.
I was on a dating site. I met a guy very quickly. He offered to pay my credit card bills. Last payment he made to my credit card said, "Oh, I sent you too much. Can you Venmo me some money?" I caught on very quickly. I reported the Venmo. I wasn't scammed. Today, the payments did actually reverse. I did not get any fees from my credit card company because thankfully I let them know in advance. But apparently this is a really, really common scam. And I've heard from hundreds, literally hundreds of women who have fallen for it or not fallen for it, but have heard the same scam. So I'll do another video on what the commonalities were for things that these con artists are saying to, I guess, make you feel bad and get some sort of connection going with them. But be careful out there. The scam is they offer to make a payment to your credit card. It is from a fake bank account. For whatever reason, I don't understand the technology piece of this, the credit card company clears the payment because it confuses them to figure out if the account is real or not. It can take up to 2 weeks for them to figure out that it's a bogus bank account number. By that point, the con artist has asked you to Venmo them some of that money back, even if it's just $1,000, $2,000. They've paid, $10,000. So why would you not do that? So people will send the money back. They make money that way. Very common scam. It's terrifying to think how much money these people are actually making. So stay safe out there.
Good for her. She blocked this sociopath man's attempts to retrieve her money on a credit card. If this scammer had his way, she would have had a huge loss. When it comes to money, I don't mix business with pleasure. After a few conversations or texts, the person is an acquaintance. So no, we will not discuss my finances or credit cards. And I won't expect someone to make large purchases or do favors for me so that I would pay them back. There's no way I've exchanged my account information for my banks or apps. And these scenarios seemed original to me because I haven't used the apps in so many years. I've learned these sociopaths are rampant online. About 25 years ago, these scammers, romance scammers, would use a fake photo and send long emails that were 1 to 2 pages. Back then, most sociopaths or scammers would take the time to email the person back and forth for about a month minimum, or even more. Usually the sociopath would take the time to pretend there's a genuine connection. After a few weeks or a month, their true character would be evident if you're the kind of person who's paying attention. Now, most victims who were naive and or desperate women would be easy prey. The details would consist of a lot of promises, lies, and catastrophes, such as the male being a pilot or businessman who either gets into financial hardship or having a sick relative that becomes critically ill. Tons of women, some men, fell for these people they have not met before. Thousands of dollars were sent to individuals. I wouldn't give a man money. That's my perspective, especially someone who hasn't made the effort to meet me several times. So in my opinion, a person is desperate for love to give these funds. It's necessary to think rationally and to pace the relationship, have lengthy conversations, and get to know the person. There's so many methods of communicating these days using video calls and meeting in public places, not at your home either. Please remember to like, share, and comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thanks a million, and stay safe wherever you are.